Hello class 6 students, welcome to a mathematics lesson. Today's topic will be data handling, but we shall be discussing a subtopic mostly, that is construction of graphs. Now, you won't find this part in your book, but having checked many of your copies, I found that this is where you lack the basic knowledge. So we shall be discussing construction of graphs. Under construction of graphs, obviously bar graphs are included and line graphs. What is the main thing that is troubling you here? Number one should be scale, and number two, how to draw or how to construct the graphs individually. Today we shall learn that. If you remember, what is the first thing that we need? We need a set of tabulated data. We already have that. Number two, we need two perpendicular lines. Two perpendicular lines. For the sake of you, I have drawn two perpendicular lines. I am naming them OX and OY as you should name them, where OX is called the x-axis and OY is called the y-axis. These are very important to remember because this is what will form data handling till class 10 or even for higher classes. The third thing that we require is a choice of scale. What is the third thing that we require? We require the choice of scale. Now, what do we mean by scale and everything? We have been discussing for many days, but today I am going to try to explain to you how it actually works. Mind you, I have drawn only the representation of a graph paper or a graph. In actual, you would have a graph paper, and these would be the very small squares that you are dealing with. Now, you would find your graph paper is there. You select any two lines on the graph paper, preferably towards the bottom left corner. For example, if this is your graph paper, this is the white portion and inside is your graph. You will draw the two perpendicular lines somewhere here, right? Somewhere here. Mark it O as origin and X and Y. Now, on the bottom corner, obviously you will have that 2 mm or 1 cm division written. It can be anything, it can be 1 mm also. But the 2 mm and 1 cm are preferably used, and even more common is the 2 mm division. What does it mean that it is a 2 mm division? It means that each small box is of dimensions 2 mm by 2 mm. Okay, each very small box, you will have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You will have boxes with a deep border like this also, where it is 5 cross 5 boxes. Okay, everything is there. I am just trying to show you a basic representation of how the graph works. So therefore, a 2 mm would be this. So therefore, first say let us consider a problem. We need a set of tabulated data which we already have in the form of a problem. We need two perpendicular lines. We have drawn perpendicular lines. Choice of scale will come after we receive the data. So first we shall receive the data. Say what is the question? Say we are discussing say runs in an over. Runs in an over. We are discussing this. So we have the over here and we have the runs here. Overs and runs. We have the first over, we have the second over, and we have the third over. We have 5 runs, we have 6 runs, and we have 8 runs. Okay? Just like the problem we did in the case of line graphs. Now we should draw both a bar graph as well as a line graph for the same problem. We have this set of tabulated data. How to choose the scale? As I have already told you that it should contain the minimum as well as the maximum and maybe 1 unit extra. So therefore see, since we are discussing overs in our x-axis, so we write overs here. Why overs in the x-axis? Because any non-numeric part, I've already discussed this part, any non-numeric part should be explained or should be plotted on the x-axis, and any numeric part should be plotted on the y-axis. It's clear to you? Now see, in the first over, first we'll draw a bar graph for this and then the corresponding line graph. In the first over, there was a score of 5 runs. So first we need to mark the runs on the graph. How do we mark that? We say 2 boxes or say we say 1 box is 1 run. So therefore 2 millimeter is equivalent or equal, you can use both, to 1 run. So 2 millimeter is equivalent to 1 run. So therefore we shall mark 1. This is how you mark the graphs. You use a pencil, you extend the line a bit towards the left and then you write the corresponding. 8 is our maximum, so I am writing 9 also. 9 will not be used, but we shall write 9 for the sake of the sum. Now say, after 1 space we write first over, again after the second 1 space we write second, and again after 1 space we write third. If we are doing a bar graph, within this limited area, I can write it as, say, I am leaving 2 spaces and writing first, I am leaving 2 spaces and writing second, I am leaving 2 spaces and writing third here. So say 1 will be here and another line will be somewhere here. Right, so therefore this is the first, this is the second. If this is the first, then this is the second, and this will be the third. Okay? This is how it's going to work. Now the bar on both sides of the mark should be equal length. So therefore, say half of this box and half of this box. So this will be our length. What is the run in the first over is 5. So therefore, we extend it to 5. The graphs. We join this line using the pencil with dotted lines. Obviously, there is no need of joining it separately. We may shade it. Shading should be very singular and not darkening or untidy one. In the second over it is 6. So again we have something like this. Since this line corresponds to the 6th run, so therefore we stop there and we shade a part if only it looks good. And number 3 is, third over is 8, and so therefore this is the bar graph and we are here with our bars, and this is the required scale. For the same problem, if you want to do a line graph, it's very simple. We don't need to do the bars. We mark 1, 2 and 3. Where 1 and 5 coincides, we place a point and circle it. Where 2 and 6 coincides, we place a point and circle it. When 3 and 8 coincides, we place a point and circle it. And then we join. Due to space crunch and time crunch, I am not drawing a different graph and showing it to you. But that doesn't mean that you will draw both the bar graphs and the line graph on the same graph paper. Obviously, they have to be on different papers as there will be different questions. But then you will draw using a scale. You will join the points using a scale. That's it, students. That's it for today. This concludes our lesson. Hope to see you soon, and obviously practice mathematics at home and stay safe. Thank you.